First of all, thank you very much for being here. Today we are talking about how you, as a new developer, you can build your digital presence. And I was gonna say just LinkedIn presence, but this just works everywhere. You can apply the same concept on LinkedIn, you can apply the same concept on X, you can apply this concept on Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, maybe, I don't know, whatever you wanna use, it works. Here we're gonna be talking about LinkedIn because that's what I do. I'm a LinkedIn guy. I know lots of people in tech are into Twitter, but I just have an account that I lurk around. I don't post anything. But the concept is the exact same. And starting off here, main thing. This is the basics, and it's crazy how many people get this wrong. Just have a good picture and a good banner and a good headline. That's 90% of what you need, especially on LinkedIn, because it shows your your headline on every post. It's just there. It's extremely important you have a picture that nails the basics, and there are core pillars here for a good picture, and you all know what it is. Look at this picture. I've had someone asking me where did I take it professionally once, but this is not professional. This was my girlfriend taking on my phone on a day with good sun lighting, and I was looking straight into the camera, normal black t-shirt, plain background. It's like the same color actually, and it's not the same place, by the way. But the concept here is good picture. You cannot have I don't know, you're wearing a hat. Don't wear a hat. There is no reason to do that. You are looking around. You are shirtless. You know what's a good picture, right? So here on people you may know, all of these people here, they have okay pictures. I mean, some of them could be better, of course, but still, you know what a good picture is. Banner, don't overcomplicate. Don't create the banners with lots of information about yourself, like a contact, and then I do this, yada yada yada, and then like just basics. Put a good picture of yourself. This was me at a hackathon. Like, you see, this is me. This is me exactly. And simple, normal header. I've been thinking about changing this for quite a long time actually, but anyways. Then we start to get into the interesting part where you start to sell yourself even more, because this was marketing. All of this is marketing. Whoever sees your profile and sees this, they're gonna have the first impression they have of you is this. This is this. And then if they're interested by what they see here, they're gonna go down. And then let's go down here. Your about spec section. Please don't use AI. Don't use AI. Don't use AI. I know it's extremely tempting to use AI or just copy a template people have for your about section, but you just have to be as personal as possible. Tell a story. That's all people want, is tell a story. For example, I have a friend, he says on his about section something related to, I built 12 startups and all of them failed, and anyways, it's a story. He tells a story and it's catchy. As soon as I read that, I'm like, oh, interesting. I want to know more about you. There was another guy that popped up on my profile the other day, and he was telling a story about how since he was 10, he's been doing business with his brother, and they started as a bike repair company. Him and his brother started, and that's a story. You have to tell a story in your about section. So here in mine is me telling that I moved to a new country alone at 18, no friends, no family, and I built multiple projects that prove I can build end-to-end applications. I'm telling a story. If you're reading this, you got captivated. Captivated. You got, is that a word in English? I'm not sure. But it is in Portuguese. But immediately people like you from your about section and the story you tell them, because this is how you frame yourself. And everything here is about framing, marketing, right? Then we move on to posting. This is on a separate topic. So let's just skip to the experience, because both of the activity and your experience, they tie well into each other, with each other. And because we want to be talking about what we are doing essentially. So here in the experience, you can see I don't have it, but the best way, I'm doing this video, if you're watching it, you're probably a new dev, you're a new grad, you are someone trying to find their first internship, their first junior role. And this here means that you probably don't have any experience. I mean, at least I didn't until I got this internship here. I didn't have any experience at all. And this is something I wish someone had told me before, but you can just add your side projects. You can add your freelancing. Anything you've done here in experience, it counts. It counts. Because to be truth be told, this won't matter. This is just you showing that you are proactive, that you are doing stuff. You're not just someone who went to university and you are not doing anything. I don't have anything to show here. Let me put myself very big. So there is no reason here to not put whatever you do on your free time. Though, of course, don't add stuff like calculators, portfolios, because they don't aggregate, they don't add any value. And nowadays with AI, junior developers, they are not getting roles because AI can do all the work that junior developers can do. And so if you show in your profile, in your experience, in your posts that you do more than a junior developer does, guess what? You are ahead. Your competitors are all here and you are here. Extremely important. You have to have good you have to just market yourself. You just have to show people that you know what you are doing. But now, if you don't have any experience, if you've never worked before, how are you gonna add experiences here? It's that old tale, who came first, the egg or the chicken? But in this case is, how do I get experience? If to get experience, I need to work, and to get work, I need to have experience, right? It doesn't make sense. But what people fail to tell most people who go to college, most students, is that you can build your own experience. You can build stuff on the side. You can build any project you want. You can just publish them to people to use, to pay for your code, for the solutions you implemented, and it counts as experience. It does count, and it's way more relevant than any side projects you've ever done. I'm gonna show you right now. I just had this idea, but if you go on my GitHub account, a year ago, let me show you here. A year ago, how will I get there? Maybe here. This is what I was working on a year ago. A budget manager. There are no pictures. This won't render. Oh my god, it does render. That's crazy. That's crazy. I wasn't expecting that. Anyways, this is just not a good. This is just not a good app. You shouldn't be building stupid stuff that anyone can build on a weekend. You have to be building something real. So, for example, when I was learning how to program, this was TypeScript. I was probably learning TypeScript, and yeah, Tailwind. I remember that. Huh, that's funny. But this project, don't add it as experience. This does not count as experience. But now, do you want to know what counts as experience? You can see here, this has 60 commits, like on render domain. This is just not professional at all. But now, if we come here and then we come to this project, now we are talking. Now this is something professional that shows I can build stuff. 500 commits, professional domain, that shows you can go and you can download on Google Play and the App Store, right? It's here. You can go there and download them. And this is how you build experience, even if you have no experience. This mobile app, Farelo, it does count as experience. That's actually how I got my job. I also have this other project here, meetmaximo.com. I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, okay, it's not working. But this guy here, Maximo, is essentially an AI voice agent that you could call him on your phone, and he would pick up, you would have a conversation, and he would guide you through your problems. You would basically you just talk to this AI voice agent, and he had a whole framework where he would ask you questions and you would solve your own project problems. And it used Supabase, Express, 11 Labs. So it's quite of a complicated project. It's more than a budget manager that looks like this. This is not professional. Please don't do this. Uh, I mean, do it if you are learning, but don't use it as experience. It's embarrassing, but better than nothing. Better than nothing. It's better than going to college, to university, spending 4 years there and just learning nothing. Now let me make myself smaller again. So here I saw it today. It's actually kind of funny. I saw today a prompt on Twitter about WAP apps. I don't know if you are aware of what's WAP, but it's essentially you can buy courses, and if you're a creator, you publish courses on WAP, and they provide the platform for you to host courses, host ebooks, host PDFs, host whatever you want to host there, and people buy info products, right? That's what WAP does. And I saw this prompt here today. Give me 20 ideas for a WAP app based on what you think creators and users on WAP would benefit from. Cross-reference ideas from other app marketplaces like Discord, Shopify, etc. to pollinate your ideas. This is genius. This is incredibly smart, because if you go on WAP, well, I don't know how to navigate their platform, so I'm not gonna do that, but basically it's new. It's new. They don't have lots of different apps. If you go, for example, on Discord, Discord has been around for like 10 years now, 12. So if you go on their marketplace, there are tons of apps. If you go on, same thing on Google Play. If you go on App Store, I think it's on iPhone, you go there and it's full of apps and everything. It's the same concept here. It's an app marketplace where you as a developer, you go and you build stuff for people. And in this case, it's a B2B platform, because creators, they are businesses. They're not exactly businesses, but they are making money, they generate revenue, right? So you as a developer, you go in this platform, you develop an app on WAP based on what already exists on other platforms. Oh, and Shopify is crazy. Shopify Marketplace, I manage a Shopify store, and it's actually crazy how many solutions there are and how they all charge something like $10 a month, $20 a month, which is nothing for a big brand doing thousands of transactions every day. Anyways, and it's the same concept for WAP. Same concept. On Discord, I wouldn't think so. There is a lot of people just creating their own server, but Shopify, you're probably making money. On WAP, you are making money. So this is just genius. This is insanely clever. And here we have a few ideas, right, as you can see. Then, of course, it's a whole different subject about if they are good ideas, if you can make money with them, if it's easy to develop them or whatever. But it just goes to show that you can build your own experience. And in this case, with WAP app, their marketplace, you can make money. And that's the best way you can build a side project, because then you were not only being a developer. When you think, I did this comparison at some point, but think of the Java developer, okay? The Java developer, close your eyes and you can think of the Java developer. That guy who's sitting on his chair, he's overweight, he doesn't like his job. No, I mean, he does like his job. Anyways, whatever. You can open your eyes. This Java developer, what about him? What am I talking about here? Okay, you don't want to be this Java developer. You want to be someone who knows all the sides of a business. And now this is a different scale, let's say. If your dream is to work at Google, Microsoft, like big techs in general, I have no clue if this is gonna work, but here we are talking about startups and small and medium-sized companies where you still have access to like a real person, a real developer is gonna be hiring you rather than HR, right? Like Suzanne from HR who's going to be looking at your resume and discarding it right away. This is going to be someone, this is going to be the CTO, this is going to be the tech lead, this is going to be maybe even the CEO, heck, it might be. And they're going to be seeing, oh, damn, this guy makes money from an app on this platform, on this platform, on this platform. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Crazily powerful. That's what I tried to do with this app here. It did work, kinda. I got my job through just developing this and publishing and talking about it every single day on LinkedIn. And if you've been watching this channel for quite some time now, you probably know how often I talk about post every single day, build something and post every single day about it. And that's something important to remember. I almost forgot. But as you were developing this WAP app, please, please don't just put your head down and code every single day. You have to be on LinkedIn. You have to be talking to people. You have to be posting. You won't see here because it's been quite a while. But when I was developing, well, whatever, when I was developing my mobile app, I was posting every single day. And so many people, when it would come up to talk to me, they would ask me, oh, how's your app going? And I became the mobile app guy, building the cooking app. That's what I became. Yeah, I'm talking a lot. That's what you want to do. Please don't put your head down. Don't, you know, like a horse, how they put this on the horse's eyes and the horse can't see around them? You don't want to do this. You want to be opening your horizons, your vision, and posting, sharing with people, leaving comments on what they talk about. You're gonna see how much your profile impressions are just gonna go through the roof. And at some point, you never know who's gonna be seeing your stuff. You just never know. I remember when I started posting, at some point, someone from New York left a comment, and I was like, "How did my post get to you?" I'm not in the US. I had no idea how it got to that guy. Then someone liked something from my profile, and he was from London in the UK, and I was like, "How? How?" And you just never know. You just never know. That's the magic. That's the beauty of social media. Now, you're going to be developing this app here. It might be any platform you want. If it's a web app, good luck. Not good luck. You can do whatever you want, to be fair. But yeah, I never did a web app. I would focus on WAP, Discord, Shopify, Apple Store, Google Play. What else do we have out there? Stripe, Canva. I have a friend. Oh yeah, I have also a friend. He built an app on Canva Marketplace, and he has 10,000 monthly active users, and he even got some paying customers using his Canva app, and it's actually crazy how he did it. It just blew up out of nowhere, basically, and most of his users are from Brazil. And anyways, I'm just going on a tangent here. And something I've been thinking about doing too, and I would recommend to anyone doing, is probably if you've been looking for a job for quite some time, if you've been going to university, you did, I would assume you did some freelancing gigs. And if you did some freelancing gigs, I'm also assuming you had to create a business. I'm assuming you had to register a business in whatever you are. Here, that's what I had to do. I had to open a sole proprietorship, so it's just like a one-person business. And this is also experience. Isn't that crazy? It is experience, and I'm gonna show you here. This is my website. I use it only as like portfolio. I mean, I just created 2 weeks ago. I never posted it anywhere. It's just on my domain here and on GitHub. But it's called Arthurian Lab because my name is Arthur, because of the King Arthur, and all the stories about King Arthur, they're called the Arthurian legend. So I was like, my name is King Arthur, Arthurian Lab. And that's Excalibur. So like this is just me playing with creating a story, basically. Creating a story. My name, here socials, what is the Arturian Lab, then here I have all the apps I built. So I just showed you, then this was the AI executive coach. This was another one that basically you could have your own boardroom and you could ask different AIs and you could create personas and ask their opinions about different subjects. Both of those three were for hackathons actually. This one here, this didn't go forward at all. But this was a storytelling app where you co-create adventures. And then this one was quite fun. This one was very fun. But basically, yeah, here we go. So basically here on this app, you come in here and you discover countries, you understand visa requirements and plan your next adventure with AI and simplify your travel process. It's not exactly traveling, it's more about like immigration and leaving your third world country. But yeah, my story, then this was basically the same thing as I have here on my about page. And then I have here all my YouTube videos transcribed. I think I told you everything I had to tell you. As experience at your freelancing or your own projects. Oh yeah, so of course here I have my business registered and I use it to receive like payments from the app I built, the freelancing gigs I did, anything that goes like through Stripe, for example, or Revenue Cat, it's on that business. So guess what? You can just add as experience. As experience, you can. I don't know if most people know this, but you can just go and you can create a Shopify page. Shopify, what the fuck? A LinkedIn page. You can just come here and for business maybe create a company page and that's it. I could have, if I wanted to right now, I could create an Arturian Lab company on LinkedIn and add as experience. Since January, that's when I created it, and I've been doing freelancing. I've been building mobile apps. I've been building web apps. I've been doing lots of stuff actually, and I can just add as experience. If I didn't have a job yet, it would be 100% as experience here. And actually, I'm gonna add. Well, not right now because I'm on video, but I will add it here. And that's it, my friend, my friend, my friend. This is the thing. The whole game nowadays, if you're a junior developer, it's hard to play. Yes, it is. So you have to be different. You have to be different. You have to differentiate. Everyone is basically the same. And with AI, senior devs, they can do everything we can, but faster. Basically, I mean, they always could do everything faster, but now they essentially they don't need us because they just tell the AI to do, and they manage it, and in under 1-2 hours, it's done, just like this. It's tough times for sure, and that's why probably the best way for you to learn and to build projects is to build something that generates revenue instead of building a stupid budget manager like this here. Don't do that. If you have an idea, think of the idea and put it out there and share about it every single day. Try to make money with your idea. If you make money, awesome. If it works really well, even better. And if it doesn't work really well, just like this app here, it didn't work much. I put quite some time into this app and it didn't work, but it's fine. It's fine, yeah. If it doesn't work, still, it's experience. I learned a lot about Supabase on this. I learned a lot about building mobile apps. Yeah, yeah, that's it. It's still a win because I learned so much about mobile apps that it's actually kind of crazy. And if it works, awesome. If it works and you get paid a lot, even better. And if it doesn't work, if it's a total flop, it's experience. Everything at the end of the day is experience. You're learning stuff, and it's all for the best.